it's already 10:05. Let us start with the session by having a quick revision of what we have done in the previous lecture. So we started with the theoretical aspects of game theory. Game theory, it is a competitive strategy or competitive activity in which multiplayers play together to maximize their profit or utility under some set of rules. And then we started with the extracting assumptions of game theory by some movies pick. So the first assumption from this pick which we have derived was there will be only two players playing the game. Second assumption from this was both the players are equally intelligent. Third is we can use either a pure strategy in which only one action can be taken, or we can also use mixed strategy in which more than one strategy can be used to maximize or achieve the target. And the last one is the game is played multiple times. The assumption is the game continues for n number of times. So these were all the assumptions which we extracted from all this. Then we had some discussion on two-player zero-sum game, where we had seen that the game played by two players is a zero-sum game because the profit gained by person A is equal to loss had by person B. So plus and minus becomes 0. So hence it is known as two-person zero-sum game. Then we extended our discussion to another experiment, and again we have seen regarding two-person zero-sum game, and we have also told that the matrix given in the question will always be from player A side. The values which are given in the matrix will define the profit or loss for player A. It is payoff matrix for player A. Now if someone wants to make the payoff matrix of player B, just change the signs of the numbers, positive to negative and negative to positive. Then on the right hand side, we again extended our discussion in, we have seen that which strategy someone will select, and we have include from here like player A will always try to maximize his profit and player B will always try to minimize his loss. This we have taken an example how A maximizes and B try to minimizes the loss. Then we had some terminologies like there will be two players, and strategy we have taken an example that a company can follow any one strategy or he can follow more than one strategy. If he follows one strategy, it will be known as pure strategy, and the value will always be 1. Let it be in P1, let it be in P2, or let it be in P3. But always there will be only 1 appearing in any one of the strategy, remaining all will be 0 in case of pure strategy. And in mixed strategy, there can be probabilities of which strategy he will follow at what amount of time. But again, the point worth noting here was the total probability comes out to be 1. Then payoff matrix we have already discussed. Maximum principle, this also we have seen that player A will always try to maximize the minimum guaranteed gain and B will always try to minimize the maximum guaranteed loss. Then we have discussion on saddle point, and then last we have seen value of the game. The value which we get at the saddle point is known as value of the game, and value of the game says that how much amount of profit or how much amount of loss will be suffered by the player A or player B. Then we started with some problems and we have solved it. We proceed this further. So I think this was the last problem which we have seen. So just a quick revision of how to solve this problem. So in any problem of game theory, first step is to add 2 columns and 2 rows in the given matrix. The columns addition will be, first column will be row minimum and next column will be what is maximum out of this minimum. And in row wise there will be 2 rows added. One will be column maximum and what is minimum in that maximum, because they follows minimax and maximum strategy respectively. So we have to find out what is the row minimum in each row. So first row we have -4, then we have -1, then we have -6, and lastly we have -8. So this all are the minimum. So out of this, which strategy A will follow? So it will be maximum out of all this, that will be -1. Then similarly we will try that how much maximum loss B can get if he follows the various strategies. So I will get here as 3, 1, -1, 3 and 4. Now B will see out of this losses which strategy will give me the minimum loss. So minimum of this is -1. So I will write -1 here. And as -1 and -1, that is maximum equal to maximus, I will write there exists a saddle point. And finally then I will write the answer as value of the game -1. Strategy for A. You can see -1 appears in second strategy. So hence if it is written as 0, 1, 0, 0 out of 4, we will adopt second strategy, hence 1 is written on second. Similarly, if you see for B, there are 5 strategies and he is selecting the strategy of -1, which is on third strategy. So I will write answer as 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, and this completes the solution. So I think till this part we have covered in the previous lecture. Any doubts still here? Proceed further to the next problem. Let us say there is a question given here and we are required to find range of values P and Q which will render the entry 2, 2 as the saddle point of the game. Now you can see it's a reverse question. Here saddle point is already given to us and we are required to find out what will be the value which is to be incorporated in the matrix. So no issues. Again we will follow the same procedure. So again I have made a table with 2 extra rows and 2 extra columns respectively. Then now we will proceed in the reverse way. We are given the answer as value of the game as 7. Value of the game as 7. In the question, if you can see, it says entry 2, 2. 2, 2 means second row and second column. Second row and second column. That means this value. This value they need as a saddle point. And we know that the value which comes out to be a saddle point is the value of the game. So value of the game will become 7. Now let us proceed to our regular procedure. So if I find row minimum in the first row, so before that I will write 7 and 7 in both the columns of maximin and maximax because I know the value of the game. Then row minimum in first row it is 2. Second row I can't write right now because I don't know the value of Q. Second row देखो अभी हमको यहाँ पर मालूम है we find out row minimum. तो अगर ये 10 है ये 7 है, ठीक है, और यहाँ पर भी आंसर हमारा 7 आना चाहिए. तो यहाँ पर क्या वैल्यू होगी? कैन एनीवन गेस?
7 से ज्यादा.
7 से ज्यादा. यस, वेरी गुड. 7 से ज्यादा ही होना चाहिए. 7 से ज्यादा या इक्वल टू 7, बोथ आर करेक्ट. बिकॉज क्यों ऐसे होगा? लेट अस से यहाँ पर वैल्यू 7 है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जस्ट टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड, लेट अस से यहाँ पर वैल्यू 7 है. अब हम लोग क्या करते हैं? वी फाइंड रो मिनिमम. तो 10, 7 और 7 का मिनिमम क्या आएगा? 7. ओके. नाउ लेट अस से यहाँ पर 7 नहीं था. लेट अस से यहाँ पर 7 नहीं था, यहाँ पर था 6. अब अगर यहाँ पर 6 होता तो 10, 7 और 6 का मिनिमम आ जाता 6. अगर यहाँ 6 आता तो यहाँ 7 नहीं आ सकता था बिकॉज मैक्सिमम इज नाउ 6. तो ये हमारा वैल्यू गलत हो गया. दैट मीन्स नो वैल्यू लेस देन 7 कैन सर्व द पर्पस. तो मैं क्या करूंगा यहाँ पर? लेट अस से नाउ आई विल टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ लेट अस से मोर देन 7, दैट इज 8. अब क्या होगा? 10, 7 और 8 में मिनिमम क्या है? 7 है, इसलिए यहाँ पर आ गया 7. दैट मीन्स आई कैन से any value which is greater than 7 will do. Hence I will write there the value of Q will always be greater than or equal to 7. So I have written here Q should be always greater than or equal to 7. Now similarly let us go for P side. यहाँ पर है maximum 10. P should be
less than 7.
Yes, less than or equal to 7 because उसके ऊपर जाएगा तो हमको saddle point नहीं मिलेगा. So here the answer should be value P should be less than or equal to 7. So with this we have completed the solution. Okay, let us now proceed to the next part, that is mixed strategy. Till now we have solved problems that was on pure strategy, that is only one strategy will be adopted, or we can say we are able to find out the saddle point. मिक्स स्ट्रेटजी में क्या होगा? मिक्स स्ट्रेटजी में होगा कि वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू फाइंड आउट द सैडल पॉइंट. अगर सैडल पॉइंट नहीं मिलता है then it is known as mixed strategy. The process by which we can find out the values of mixed strategy are: first is arithmetical method or formula method. Here simple formulas will be given, or formulas are already available. You just have to write that formula, substitute the values and get the answer. Second method is graphical method. So your graphical method, as you know, there can be only two axes, x and y, or there can only be two variables. Hence it is written it is applicable only to cases where there is 2 multiplied by n. 2 multiplied by n means a case where there are 2 number of rows and n number of columns. रोज दो ही है बट नंबर ऑफ कॉलम्स बहुत ज्यादा है, तब भी हम ग्राफिकल मेथड यूज कर सकते हैं. और अनदर केस इज रोज कितने भी होने दो बट कॉलम सिर्फ दो है. सो आइदर 2 रोज और 2 कॉलम्स, द केस कैन बी सॉल्व्ड बाय ग्राफिकल मेथड. एंड द लास्ट वन इज द एल्जेब्रिक मेथड. एल्जेब्रिक मेथड में क्या होगा? इट इज अ लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम वेयर यू हैव टू सॉल्व, you have to make the equations, you have to solve by linear programming methods such as simplex, bgame, etc., which we will see in the later part. First, let us start with the arithmetical method for 2 by 2 game. अब यहाँ पर क्या है देखो, let us say this is a generalized matrix given. Just observe the formula, it's directly a formula application. Set is a generalized matrix in which the values, there are 2 players, player A and player B, having strategy A1, A2, B1 and B2. Now first step in any problem of game theory will be to find out the saddle point, or try to find out saddle point. If we find out saddle point, then it will be going for the pure strategy. If saddle point is not there, again I am repeating, we have to first find out whether the problem contains saddle point or no. If no, then only we have to go for this procedure of arithmetical method, otherwise no. So the procedure says, now let us say we have seen if we use the strategies as the mixed strategy, because we have not found saddle point or we have not got the saddle point after calculation. So what does it conclude? It concludes that the player will not play the pure strategies. It will be a mixture of strategies. That means in sometimes he will play P1, or let us say if player A is there, he will play strategy A1 sometimes and he will play A2 sometimes. Now what is that sometime? As we have seen in the previous example, I have taken P1 is equal to 0.5, P2 is equal to 0.3 and P3 is equal to 0.2. So from where that values came, 0.5, 0.3, 0.2, that is that answer. That answer we have to find out from this matrix. So let us assume here that player A, let P1 be the probability of player A playing strategy A1. Here we will have an assumption that let P1 be the probability or chances that player A will play strategy A1, and let us say let it be P2 where player A will play strategy A2. Similarly, I will write, let us say Q1 is the probability where player B will play strategy B1, and Q2 will be the probability where player B plays strategy B2. अब यहाँ पर P1, P2, Q1 and Q2 are just my denotions. If you want, you can use any denotions there, but then you have to mention that let us say you are using X and Y. So I will have to write let X be the probability that player A chooses A1 strategy. Let Y be the probability that player A uses A2 strategy. That is purely your notations. But the notation which I have used are the most generalized notations which you also found in many of the books. So P1 and P2 for player A and Q1 and Q2 for player B. These are the generalized notation which we also get in most of the books. Now we want to find out what are the values of P1, P2, Q1 and Q2. So we have the formula is P1 is equal to A22 minus A21 divided by A11 plus A22 minus A12 plus A21. The formula seems to be big, but if we proceed further, you will see the denominator does not change in any of the formula. So denominator is just the addition of the cross values. अगर आप देखोगे तो क्रॉस वैल्यूज क्या है मेरी A11 एंड A22, इनको ऐड कर लो, A12 और A21 ये दोनों को ऐड कर लो और दोनों को माइनस कर लो, दैट इज द डिनोमिनेटर. न्यूमरेटर में इट इज फॉर P1 A22 minus A21, so it will be this minus this, A22 minus A21. We can find out the value of P1 by this formula. Now we have the concept that if there are more than one strategies, the probabilities of all the strategies will always be equal to 1. अब यहाँ पर कितनी स्ट्रेटेजीज है हमारे पास? दो है, A1 और A2. अगर हम P1 का वैल्यू निकाल लेते, फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट अस से हमारा आंसर आता है P1 इज इक्वल टू 0.7, दैट मीन्स there are 70% chances of A playing strategy P1. So what will happen here? If P1 is the probability or 0.7 is the probability of player A playing A1, then what will be the answer for A2? It will be simple, 1 minus 0.7, that is 0.3. So we have simple formula like we can write P2 is equal to 1 minus P1. This is by concept that the total probability will always be equal to 1. तो एक बार हमने P1 का आंसर निकाल लिए तो P2 के लिए कोई फॉर्मूला, कोई बड़ा सा फॉर्मूला यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं है, जस्ट बाय सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट इट विल बी 1 minus P1. So this was all about P1 and P2 calculation. Next is what will be the value of Q1 and Q2. So as I already said, the denominator remains the same. You can see here also denominator is just the addition of cross values and subtracting them. In numerator, here there is a mistake which is being done by the students in the examination. If you observe in P1, it is A22 minus A21, the row adjacent values, A22 minus A21. But if you go for Q1, Q1 we have A22 minus A12, it goes column wise. तो अगर आपको याद रखना है तो ऐसे भी रख सकते हो, P1 दैट इज फॉर प्लेयर ए. प्लेयर ए के लिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हमेशा रो मिनिमम निकालते हैं, तो यहाँ पर भी रोज के वैल्यूज को माइनस करो. सो रोज के लिए A22 माइनस A21, और बी के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, कॉलम का देखते हैं मैक्सिमम, तो यहाँ पर कॉलम में क्या आएगा, A22 माइनस A12. एंड सिमिलरली as we got the value of Q1, I can directly write Q2 is equal to 1 minus Q1, because again same concept, the total probability is always equal to 1. अब ये तो बात हो गई कि what are the chances that player A and player B will be using strategies A1, A2 and B1, B2. Now what about value of the game? लास्ट में जो हमको लिखना पड़ता है, what is the value of game? So again we have the formula, value is equal to, again you will see that the denominator remains the same. In numerator is just how we solve the determinant. It is A11 into A22 minus A12 into A21. Okay, so this all are the formulas which we will use in arithmetical method for 2 by 2 game. So to demonstrate this, let us have one problem. Find the value of the game. Player A is given, player B is given, A1, A2, B1, B2 is given. First step, as I said, first step we have to follow our regular procedure. First step is to see whether there is existence of saddle point or no. So here we will write row minimum 7, row minimum 5. Out of this the maximum is 7, so I will write 7. Then column maximum 9, column maximum 11, then minimax, minimum of this two is 9. Now here we got something different from the previous problems. The maximum value is 7 and minimax value is 9. Hence I will say, as maximum is not equal to maximax, there do not exist a saddle point. and if saddle point does not exist, that means it is a problem of mixed strategy. So we will solve this, hence going for mixed strategy. So again same question. So we have the formula. Again I will write one statement. Let P1 be the probability that player A selects A1. Let P2 be the probability that player A selects A2. For P1 we have the formula A22 minus A21 and so on. So A22 we have the value of 11. A21 9, and similarly I will just substitute the values and get the answer for P1 as 3 by 4. That means 0.75. If I convert it into decimals, I will get P1 as 3 by 4 or 0.75. Now logically, if if the probability of selecting strategy A1 is 3 by 4 or 0.75, then the probability of selecting A2 will be automatically 1 minus P1, that will be 1 by 4, or in decimals I can write 0.25. So these are the answers for strategies A1 and A2 like 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. Similarly, by making only one change in the formula, instead of writing A22 minus A21 in numerator, I will write now A22 minus A12. That's the only change. In place of A21, it will be now A12. And I will get the answer for Q1 as 1 by 2. After solving and putting all the values, I will get answer as 1 by 2. So if Q1 is 1 by 2, that is 50% of chance. What this depicts? This depicts that there is 50% of the chances where player B1 will be, where player B will be following strategy B1. Now again logically it will be 1 minus Q1, answer will again be 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 and 1 by 2, this also I got the answer. Last I will have to find out what is value of the game. Value of the game we have to find out by just 9 into 11 minus 7 into 5 divided by, again denominator is same. So I will get answer for value of the game as 8. So after finding all these values, now the next step is to write the answer. So one answer we have already written, that value of the game is equal to 8, and strategy will be, as I got for P1, I got answer as 3 by 4. So I will write first strategy answer as 3 by 4 and second strategy will be 1 by 4. And similarly for B, I will write 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. This completes the solution. Just in the last part you have to take care by writing the answers. Value of the game as 8. Strategy, whatever value we get in P1 will appear first. Whatever value we get in P2 will appear in second. Similarly for strategy B. So this completes the solution. So for your practice, I have another question. Let us say this one. I will just give a start on this and then you will start solving the entire problem. अब यहाँ पर देखो क्या है, यहाँ पर हमको कोई मैट्रिक्स नहीं दिया. No payoff matrix is given, but some wordings or statements are given, and from these statements we have to extract the payoff matrix. So question is, in a game of matching points, ये हमने देखो सबसे पहले स्टार्टिंग में देखे थे. When I take the theoretical part, we have said that there are two players and they will be doing like this. Someone also asked me question, sir आपने 1-1 लिखा, यहाँ पर हो सकता है 2 आता 5 आता, तो क्या प्रोसेस है? So here it is a question. In the game of matching coins, player A wins ₹2 if there are 2 heads. अगर दोनों हेड आया तो प्लेयर ए को कितना मिलेगा? ₹2. Wins nothing if there are 2 tails. अगर दोनों टेल आ गए तो उसको कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा. And loses ₹1 if there is 1 head and 1 tail. Your first requirement is to find out the payoff matrix, and second requirement is to find out best strategy for each player and the value of the game. So first step we have to find out what is the payoff matrix. So I already told that payoff matrix is made as per player A. तो हमको बोल दिया player A wins ₹2 if it is Heads and heads, so I will write here 2. Then wins nothing if there are 2 tails and loses rupees 1. So I will write here -1 and -1 because it is a head tail concept. And if it is coming tail tail, the answer is 0. Now this matrix becomes your question for further solving. First find out whether it is a saddle point or no. If no, just apply formula and get the final answer.